Well, hi folks, it's April the 1st now, so I'll just give you a quick tour and show you what's going on the plot. We're just starting to plant stuff. I planted my peas out a couple of days ago, so they've been sown under some mouse protection. As you can see, I've been knocking my soil into shape because we've had some decent dry weather. I use a ladder to stand on so I don't stand on it. Some of the garlic that I've planted later on and the early stuff is all coming up. This is that sown white variety, which is a giant variety, so that should be interesting. That's my brassica bed. I'm just knocking that into shape. All my daffodils are coming out now into the polytunnel. You remember I planted a few early potatoes in pots. These are a variety called Swift. Now they're up already, so I'll just keep topping that pot up with compost once they keep growing. And then I've planted some leeks in some big pots, and they'll be planted out in about June time. Got a bit of parsley growing, some brassicas, kale and some broccoli, and some shallots from seed. That's a new one. And I've also tried just a few spring onions in pots in the polytunnel, just to try and get them a bit earlier than outside. And these are my giant onions for this year. I planted them about a week ago, and we had really hot weather and cold nights, so it'll remain to be seen whether it's done them any harm or not. I'll just give you an idea of how big they are at this time of year. I mean, they're bigger than I've ever grown at this time of year before, because I set them off in November this year and grew them at home under lights, so I'm hoping to get them to about £6, £5 or £6 these. Then there's the old broccoli, still producing a few spears. Been quite a good experiment that, really, to get some early crops. As you can see, I've got all my compost stowed away and a dartboard for some reason. And I'll go outside. Probably won't hear anything now because it's a bit windy. Planted me shallots out, like I say, about a week, 10 days ago, and they've all taken well. A few more of my flowers coming out. And you can tell it's warming up because all the buds are coming out on the trees now. And then there's this monstrosity, my rhubarb in a pot, that's starting to literally erupt. It always amazes me, the shape of these things when they start bursting. And then my frogspawn has turned into little tadpoles. It looks a bit manky, but you might be able to see them swimming about. So the frogs have survived this year on the frogspawn. Where I dug my rhubarb up from this year, I thought, well, I'll give it a try. Well, a little bit sprouted that I must have forgotten to dig up. So I thought I'd give it a go and try and force some. I've never tried forcing any rhubarb before, so all I've done is put a big plastic container on. So we'll have a look how that's getting on. It does seem to be working, actually. Never actually forced rhubarb before. Keeping the light out and you get pinker, more tender spears, so it's quite good to see if it works. Apparently it ruins your plant afterwards because it doesn't get any energy from the sun. You're just using all the energy from its roots, so I'll just put that back on. This is all my show carrots. I've sown all those now. My long carrots and stump carrots. My giant parsnips in the barrels that are like 5 feet tall. They've all germinated now. All 15 of those. Only little tiny things. I'll thin those out to one per sort of growing place, and hopefully by the end of the year they should be 5 or 6 foot long, touch wood. And then finally into my other bit, like I say, I've not really planted much out yet. I've just been working the ground, put my onion sets in there, you probably can't see them. Some more shallots, they're all doing well. These are the onions that I grew, I overwintered actually. I just left them under the little cloches. They don't look particularly healthy, but they'll pick up once they start growing. And this is the garlic that I grew grew over winter as well, just as an experiment, see if it would survive. It got a bit sort of battered a bit in the wind and stuff, but it's picking up now, and that's quite advanced for this time of year. So that's about it really, as we stand on the 1st of April. Oh, this is my new pumpkin patch. And that's going to be the monstrous fire we have this weekend. So that's it. I'll just leave you again with the old view of Ingleborough. So that's it as of April the 1st. That's it.